I will take that chance.
All right. Hello. Welcome, everybody, to Copper Guardians. Guardians. We're back with
Don't do that.
another session. I'm going to do that. And last time, these particular people were walking towards Tepe. Well, not walking, I guess. They were actually in a wagon to a place called Tepe Calise. There we go. Jeez, I'm always forgetting my real fake word. And as we traveled, brain go dead numb now. They had the use of a tiny hut, and as that tiny hut protected them from magic and baddies, they were able to move their way across the land fairly easily for the most part. They only had one minor confrontation, if you want to call it that, where they ran into somebody who then told them to beware of things that were coming. And as they continued on, they saw in a distance, I believe it was Webby, I might be wrong, saw in the distance that there were ogres wandering around. And they continued to go into the valley. And as they did, 3 people launched an attack at them. They caught the attack. Well, didn't catch the attackers, but they basically tried to stop the attack and chase them into a cave. And as they arrived in the cave, the attackers were standing waiting for them. And that's where we stopped after rolling initiative because, well, that's where we stopped. So everyone's rolled initiative, so you don't have to wait on anything other than that. So, with that said and done, Ophelia, it is your turn.
Okay.
Because you rolled well.
I did. I rolled very well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me a second. How many steps? How far can you move again?
It'll say on your character sheet, you can move up to like 30 feet, I think, which is 5. Each square is 5 foot, basically.
Okay. Oh god, I hate being the person to start like the fight. I guess I'll probably do some sort. I mean, I'll move over a bit closer.
Okay.
Is that 5 feet? Each one's 5 feet. You said, right?
You've gone 15 at this point.
I can go here.
That's
I'll
20.
Go
here. Okay.
And then,
to be clear, this is not a pit. I wanted to just explain. This is more like a walk path in an area where there's a lot of foot places. So.
All right, and then there's this creepy dude who's got a bandana on his head. He's not looking very nice.
It's weird on that map. It looks different for some reason. Why does it look different? That's weird. Sorry, I'm just confused as to why this character who is standing in front of these other 2 guys is somehow way up there on your screen. That's weird. I don't understand. Gonna refresh both maps. Maybe my
this sounds like fun. I want to do my guiding bolt.
Okay. All right. Maybe it's my map that's all.
I'm still a bit of a noob, so remind me, do I just click on it?
Yep, that's what it is. Okay, so that guy should be there, just FYI. But you should still be able to hit him. And
it's 120 feet range, so yeah.
Yeah, so you can click on it. That'll bring it up. There you go. 14 damage.
No, 14 to hit, John.
14 to hit. Right, my bad. I don't know. That misses, I'm afraid.
Oh, well, I'm very angry. I'm going to look very disappointed and stamp my feet.
Okay. It was very close, I'll tell you that much.
I guess I feel better now.
Thanks, all right. Akiko, you up. Unless you wanted to do anything else. Sorry, I should ask Ophelia.
Nope, I'm going to see what everybody else gets up to first.
Okay.
All right. Yes. Trying to think. All right. I'll move up next to Ophelia. Let's see. Something I had last time. There it is. Alright, I was gonna try and use Moonbeam.
Okay.
How do I do that again?
Click on the spell so it'll post it in the chat.
I see.
I believe it's a saving throw. Yeah, it's a
Constitution.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. Are you shooting at the same dude? Sorry, I should have clarified.
Let's see. It's got. Let me go ahead and do the one to his left.
Okay. To his left? Yeah, that one. Okay. I was just like, whoa. Okay, one moment. Let me,
You could probably get 2 of them because it's a 5-foot radius. So that'd be a 10-foot diameter.
Oh,
Me and Kat just discovering how D&D works all over again. Oh, that sounds great. Let's do that.
Yep.
I like the sound of that.
Okay, I'm just waiting for my... Because I had to reset everything. It closed all my windows, which was kind of annoying. Okay, so... right, so Constitution saving throw. I don't have any pluses, so cool. Oh, wow. Cool. That'd be a miss for him. Or do I take half damage?
Half damage.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Come on. Out you go. And... Okay. So, 15.
So it'd be half.
So half again. Okay. Good to know. Okay, so that was half, which was 9, right? Okay, so that's 5, roughly. Because we round up. Okay. All right, so it is our boy's turn. He's going to move up and go head to head.
Make a Constitution saving throw again.
Oh, to leave the circle? Fair enough.
No, to take the damage. Because it's whenever he enters it for the first time, which was when Cat casted it, and then when he starts his turn.
Oh, right. Okay, so he gets a double whammy.
His
Cool.
life not good right now. He's not enjoying life.
Nope.
Would I need to roll it again? for damage,
No.
or-
No.
The damage you do.
Damage,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry, my bad. Oh, and he failed, so he takes all of it. So if you just
So just do it like
do it again, yeah.
8. Yeah.
8. Full on damage on that one. That would be, I believe, correct? Yes. Okay. All right, that was painful. Very painful. Okay, so he is going to attack Akiko. I think that's all he can do is one attack, but let me just double check that before we go. Wrong one. Ding dong. What you doing? Okay. Yeah, he can only do that for now. Right. So he's going to use his scimitar. And he's going to attack you, Kiko. Does a natural 20 hit? Yes, it does. Okay. Oh, it didn't come up with the damage roll. That's annoying.
Click on the word scimitar in the,
Oh,
in
right.
the chat.
Right. Okay. There we go. So that's 12 damage, Akiko.
Ouch.
And then again. Does a 13 hit your armor class? Okay, and again. Yeah, it doesn't hit again. Woo! Okay, that's him done. I believe it is now Zakara's turn.
All right. I'm going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 to move here. So I'm flanking.
Already.
And I will take my first swing with Great Weapon Master.
Oh boy.
10 will not hit.
No.
I'm going to use my luck point on my sword to re-roll.
Okay.
I believe I just have to re-roll.
Mm-hmm.
I just get to re-roll the whole attack. All right.
Yeah.
How about a
Oof.
22?
Oh, okay, because it was with advantage. That's good, because the natural 1 was not ideal. All right.
Yeah.
Roll your damage. It does hit.
19
Ooh.
slashing damage.
Ouchie. Okay. Okay.
And then
Don't need to be that mean.
for my extra attack,
Uh-oh.
I'm going to go ahead and do it again.
Mm.
A 19?
Doggone barbarians. Hit. Yep.
I'm not a barbarian, John.
I know. I'm just saying it because you always said it about mine.
So that's going to be 25 slashing damage.
Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, I was worried about this. Right.
Is he still up?
Yep.
I will...
I'm going to say he looks rough. just FYI. If you need a description, he's basically staggered. Bleeding. Beat up.
I'll action surge. And I will attack again.
Okay.
But I will not do it Great Weapon Master this time.
Mm-hmm.
A 15?
Yeah, that hits.
For 13 slashing.
And down he go.
Now, correct me. I still get my extra attack when I action surge, right? I believe.
I think so. I don't know though.
I would say you would because you took the attack action, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
So that's 25 feet.
You can only move what? 5 more?
5 more. I'm gonna just whip a hand axe at this guy.
Okay.
What's the range on that? 20. Yeah, I'm within range. All right. A 14 against the warlock
That hits.
for 9 slashing.
Okay. Ouchie.
All right, I'll end my turn there.
That was a very, very good turn. Just saying. Right. Okay. Who's next? It's Caden.
Feel like I should just go wait outside.
Or you could do something. Just saying.
He's not going to now, just to spite you.
I mean,
Yep.
that's up to him.
5, 7, 20, 25, 30.
I initialized order 66, John.
Yeah,
I
you
did
did.
66 damage.
It's annoying.
40.
Not gonna lie, I was worried about this.
You do recall that I hit one of them, right? Already where they were damaged.
Yeah, I know, but
Okay, just making sure that
Yeah.
you still considered that because there wasn't enough time for them to get away from my magic missile.
that's fair.
I'll just do regular attacks. 25.
That would hit. Oh no, the monk.
9.
I forgot about the monk. Okay,
22
that hits.
for 5.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm assuming a 10 misses.
It does, yes.
Right. That's it.
Okay. Wow. Okay. First warlock. Yay! Finally gets to do something. Ooh, boy.
He gets to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. I mean, sure. We'll say it's that one. Oh, I might have just frozen that, so we'll just do that. And go like so, and bring that back up because I just did a boo-boo.
And then Cat, you get to go ahead and roll your moonbeam damage again because he failed.
Yep. Well, you get to roll it regardless.
Oof.
Oh my! What the? Okay. All right. Cool. Cool. No, love it. Love it a lot. Okay, so that's some. I'm gonna actually have to do a little calculating because I'm not sure. Hang on. Okay. Wow. Okay. All right. So I gotta get out of this. That much is clear. All right. Now. Ooh, my plan is not in good shape. All right, cool. So, right. Oh, I took that for that. Oh no, there it is. Wait, let me just verify something. Whether that's. Oh, it's an action. Bugger. Okay, well, can't do that. All right, so, yeah, we're taking a risk. They are going to aim an attack at Zakara. Let's see here. You need to roll a intelligence saving throw, please. The DC you're trying to get to is... Where is it?
It's not going to matter, John. I don't think. It's
Well,
a 14. It says it at the
Oh,
bottom.
yeah, it does it
but-
at the bottom. Yeah, that's true. A
Well, I meant
14?
it.
Wow. Okay. Yeah, and there is no such thing as... Okay, cool. So that worked really well. But what to do now?
I'm just going to growl at that one.
I mean, fair. Okay, so based on that, can we? Yeah, sure, we could do that. I think that's a bonus action, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, cool. All right. So they're gonna cast Misty Step. Boom. And go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 6. So right there. Okay. And right, Islude, it's your turn.
Was not expecting the Misty Step. I am doing a measurement really quick.
Yep, go ahead.
Okay. I'm casting Vortex Warp on the guy.
Oh dear.
So for you, here it is. He needs to make a
50.
Constitution saving throw, and if he fails, I move him where I want.
Oh, great. Cool. All right. He failed.
Lovely. So let's just see what it is. A target of 16.
How close is he coming?
You can see within range. He's moving right in front of Zakara.
Oh, joyful. Cool. All right.
I just grin at him.
Anything else you want to do?
That was my action.
Oh, that was your bonus action.
No, that was my
No,
action.
Vortex Warp
Oh,
is
that
an
was-
action.
Oh, okay. It's like, wow.
Yeah. I don't think I have any bonus. I'm just gonna move forward.
Okay. I mean, at this rate.
And that's my turn.
All right. Cool. So it's the last Warlock's turn. He, as well, is going to Misty Step away from that crap. So
Counterspell.
What? Oh, okay.
I'm counterspelling your Misty Step,
Okay.
so you can't move, or well, at least magically.
Can't magically move. Gotcha. Okay. What?
Right? Yeah. What feet range? Yeah.
Is that a? Do I get a saving throw on that?
It's a
No.
reaction. No.
No.
Unless you know how to counterspell my counterspell.
No. I don't think so. Anyway, pretty sure not. Let me just double check though, just on the off chance. But I didn't see that when I was looking through this stuff. No.
You should have vortex warped him back into the moonbeam. He would have been entering it on a turn.
Oh, that's what I should have done. Okay. So we're gonna put on some mage armor. And yeah, because this is not ideal. And I've already cast 2 spells, so I can't do anything else. I should have done that. Instead. That would have made way more sense. Oh well. My bad. Okay.
I mean, he still technically can run away. He's just going to take an opportunity attack doing it.
Yeah, I know. Well, I guess he could, so we'll do that. 1, 2, 3. Actually, sorry, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, do your opportunity attack. It's not,
16.
that would hit. I think even
With his mage
armor. Target's base becomes 13. Its dexterity modifier. Let me just double check what that is. Don't think it's high, I'm just going to say, but it could be more than that. Yeah, it's not higher than that. Put it that way. So you hit.
Okay.
Oh, thank goodness.
5. But I'm going to use Stunning Strike.
Oh,
So he has to make a Constitution save or be stunned.
right. In other words, cannot move if fail. Gotcha. Okay. 15?
Probably passes. Let me check what my DC is. Yeah, it's a 14, so.
Barely. Okay. We are back at the top of the round. Ophelia, it's your turn.
Yeet.
Things are looking way more positive on your end at the minute.
I'm just gonna go. This guy's the closest one to me, right? The one in front of Takara.
Yes.
I'm so bad at this. Everybody else seems to know what they're doing so well. They're like, I'm gonna do this, and then they're like wrecked. Whereas I'm just like,
I mean, everybody starts somewhere. It's not like I'm completely familiar with everything I'm doing either, so you're good.
oh, this sounds fun. I want to do my Scorching Ray.
Will that hit Zakara?
No. Scorching Ray is targeted. You get
Yeah,
3
it's
individual
targeted
attack
in
rolls,
range.
and you can
Yeah.
split them up if you want.
Okay. I mean, all you'd have to do is take 1 step over and you'd be completely away from him anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Well,
Okay.
I said I won't hit him anyway, so it's fine.
Well, that does not hit.
Well, I clicked it
That,
twice.
however, does hit.
Ignore it. I clicked
Okay.
it twice by
Well, you
No,
should-
you have to
you have
click
to
it
do
3
it 3
times
times.
anyway.
Yeah.
Oh,
Because you get 3 rays.
Yeah.
of course, yeah. Oh, well, perfect.
Well, 2 hit.
Yay. What do I
Oh,
do now?
actually, wait a minute. You're hitting the first guy, aren't you? All 3 hit. Not good.
Right, do I have to do anything now?
Click
Yeah,
Scorching
just
Ray.
Click on
Scorching
the
Ray.
word Scorching Ray.
All right, one at a time.
chat.
Love.
This is
Click
on the
on the
word
word
scorching ray.
scorching ray in the chat.
On each one.
Yep.
Yep.
That's 10, 12, 23. He is no longer a living person. Describe for me how you take this person out, please, Ophelia.
Oh, with my scorching ray, I want to move over to him, and I want to put my scotch, literally look right in front of him. I'm going to open his jaw and slam my scorching ray down his throat.
Ow.
So that he
Jeez.
explodes from the inside, burning
Vivid.
and melting from the inside out.
So basically, he looks like the dude on Raiders of the Lost Ark, basically melting with the eyeballs popping out and skull showing. Yum, yum, yum.
He literally melts on the outside in. Like you see his throat melt inwards and his face melts down, his eyeball pops out, intestines on the floor, and then it's all scorched into nothingness.
Vivid.
The car has just stood there watching it right in front of him.
My
Yeah.
jaw drops.
Yep. Alrighty. Who we up to now? Oh, not the paladin. He gone. Zakara, you're next.
No, it's a Kiko.
Oh, it's a Kiko. Sorry. My bad.
Hello.
Hi, it's your turn.
I'd like to move the moonbeam.
Hell yeah, you would.
Oh, no, go away.
I'm guessing right there.
Yeah.
I'm guessing as well. Okay. Go ahead, do your damage. I think.
You have
'Cause-
to roll Constitution save first.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
My bad. I'm getting ahead of myself. All right. Cool. This has gone so well so far. Oh, look. It went equally as well again. So 15 damage. Woof. Not positive for this old guy. Okay. What next?
Let's see.
And that's her action to do that.
Mm-hmm. So
I'm
you
not
can
sure.
you can move.
What? Go outside. Yeah.
If you want to be a hunter and hunt him down.
John, is this spot like a wall?
Which spot? Sorry.
Right below.
So it's not exactly a wall, no.
Okay.
There is a little space behind it.
Okay.
So I'll just move down to there and just stare him down.
I got you. Look at what we did to your other two. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Fair.
I just picture like double arms like this on her hips, like the bow like what now, you know?
Yeah, pretty much.
Where do you think you're going?
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, he's pretty much wondering that too at this stage, to be fair. Alrighty. Next is Zakara. Now it's Zakara's turn.
All right, so I'm gonna go here, 5, and then I'm just gonna charge him using a dash action to get to him,
And I'm right in line with you. Nice.
and then
Now what?
as part of the dash action, I'm gonna use Goring Rush to make a horn attack, which I do not
Okay,
have.
so maybe this is
Right,
more
what height?
Minotaur than Barbarian, I guess. As you're not a Barbarian.
It'll be D20 plus my strength plus 1.
Somehow I don't think I'm going to get back to my character's turn.
It's a 22 hit.
That very much hits.
All right, so he's gonna take plus my strength and
Man, even with the mage armor, it didn't matter.
9 piercing damage.
Ow, them horns hurt. Don't like them. Don't like it. I wish I had a reaction, but I don't. At least I don't think I do. Pretty sure
And
I
that's
don't.
all I got.
Cool. I don't appreciate it, but good job. You're messing me up. All right, Caden, I think it's your turn.
Okay.
Uh,
10, 25. Gonna say, I tried talking to you. And then the punch.
oh,
And that's a miss. And punch your second time. For 8.
okay.
And punch it and kick
You don't need to.
7. Okay.
Explain to me how you eliminate this dude.
Well, he punches and the guy basically ducks the punch, and then he brings up his knee, smashes his jaw into the rest of his face.
Cool.
And then I grab him by the foot, and I'll drag that body out into the middle of the area
Okay.
where everybody else is.
All right. Okay, you've moved him out. Now what?
Well, I don't know. Are we still in initiative, or is that the fight?
No, that's the fight.
All right. Well, I'm just dragging him out so we
I
can
rolled
either loot
initiative
the
very
body
badly,
or
and it kind of screwed me
bury
over.
them, or-
Basically, that's what came about. Sorry, you were saying bury them?
Well, I was just dragging them out so we could either loot the body or bury them or whatever it is people want to do with the bodies.
Take it these are not the people we came for. Caden.
Oh no, we only came after them because they attacked us, right? People we need to see are in the city.
Caden and Zakara, can you roll me either perception or investigation checks, please?
Sure.
As you guys were both at the end there. Oh, okay, cool. All right. So as you were standing over there, you see that there was a small space behind the statue, which looked to lead to a larger circular area behind the statue. Looks a bit like that.
I will inform the rest of the party that there is a hidden area behind the statue.
As will Caden, because Caden rolled a nat 20.
Yeah, I mean, he wouldn't have backed away then. He would have went to see what was in there.
Okay. So since you rolled a nat 20, you can see that there appears to be a split in this circle, which looks like it might lead somewhere, but you can't really tell because it's obviously flat at the moment. But you get the impression that if you found the trigger, it would turn into something different based on where slits are on the surface.
Well, since the whatevers came back here to the statue, I'm going to start like touching the statue in places to see if any of it moves or is a lever of some kind.
Okay. Roll me. What would be the best one here? Luck might be a good one, but check for traps, maybe?
Investigation.
Well, that's usually
Investigation. Yeah, let's just
which
do
I'm
investigation.
terrible at, so...
Yet?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. So you know there's something there, you just don't know how to trigger it.
Would you have told everybody else?
Not at first, but like you would have seen him just touching the statue, and then he would have looked back and said, I think there's some kind of trigger that opens something. I can't figure it out.
Touching the statue's nose and then a nipple, and he's like, nothing's working. I don't understand.
What did you want, an investigation?
Yeah.
I'll do it. I'll walk up to the statue.
Okay.
Roll an investigation check. And
14.
on top of that, I will use a knowledge from the past. Get an extra d6. So it is a 17 total.
Nice. Okay, so as you do that, you hear a click, 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 and you see a set of stairs appear out where the circle was, leading down. Make that bigger.
That was certainly interesting. Do we go down or do we continue on our way?
My fingers are tingly. I don't care what we do.
I mean, you
Scotched
melted
him a bit.
I was gonna say you melted some of these insides out.
I think I cut my finger on his teeth when I opened his jaw.
You should
I'm
do
gonna
that.
say, by the way, B, that about 3 gold coins rolled out of the remains, as well as a token, which looks to be the size of like the palm of a hand, and it has a figure that looks like kind of like a T shape. It's hard to tell what it is exactly, but it is kind of T-shaped and looks very very rough hewn, like as if it's old, like really old, not like 20 years ago old sort of thing.
Okay. Put it in my pocket, I guess.
Okay.
Should I be investigating this item?
I mean, that's up to you. Whatever you want to do at this point.
How can I investigate this item? What can I do?
You could probably try either a religion check or history check.
I'll do a history check.
Okay.
Actually, did you? Okay, I'll just do it. I know nothing. It's not of any interest. to
Yeah.
me.
You don't recognize that from any history lore that you know of.
Should I do a religion one too?
If you want to try, go ahead. Yeah, I mean, you get the sense that you should recognize it, but you don't really know what it is, and it's not really clear.
I could ask someone else. I'll do it later. I don't care enough right now.
Apparently. Okay.
Doop de doo.
All right.
Zakara has slowly started descending the stairs.
Okay. Is everybody going down together? Just want to make clear of all of that. I'm going to take it.
Followed.
Yeah, as long as everybody's going at the same time. That's all I wanted to know. Okay. So, as you descend the stairs, those of you with magical abilities, if you could just do a wow, my brain is dead tonight, boy.
An Arcana check.
Arcana check. Thank you. My goodness, what is with me today?
Mine's not going to do much good.
Oof. I mean, that's better. Islude with a 13 coming in hard. All right. You feel... Oh, well, Islude, I should say, feels something... I guess the best way to describe it is hum through the stone and the steps as you make your way down.
So like it's a vibration almost.
Yeah,
but a
yeah.
magical vibration.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Not enough that you can sort of tell from where, but enough to feel it.
So just so everybody is aware, it feels like there's some magic being done somewhere around here. It's kind of vibrating a little bit. Heads up,
Whose head?
Well,
Well,
yours,
hopefully
possibly.
somebody else's that is we will get rid of when we're done, but not ours.
I should remove the turns here. Yeah, clear. Gotta be done with it. Okay, so as you descend, you come to what appears to be the bottom of this thing. It opens up into a massive, I can't even really call it a cavern. It's basically, it looks like you're on the surface as you stand there at the bottom of these steps. And it looks like there is a town of some shape in front of you. Or possibly a city. But it is dark. And everything is gray. Almost like you were looking through, like, dark vision, I guess would be the best description I could give it, but without the highlighted light. And I know some of you have dark vision already, but I'm just saying for everybody else.
If I would have seen it getting dark as we walked down, I would have cast dancing lights.
Okay.
So
All right.
we have very limited. I'm keeping them close though, so it's like not like obvious.
Okay. All right. So you guys continue on, or what you gonna do?
We're short of Roberto, but I guess we continue on.
Yeah.
Okay. As you get closer to the town, the city or town, you're not fully sure. You notice that the buildings look beaten up, that the roofs have holes in some of them look rotten, other ones look like they've been hit by something, and all that's left is kind of the roof and then the beginnings of a foundation and then a few of the pieces of lumber which keeps the roof on, and that's about it. And then in other places it's like the house has remained, but like if there were windows or shutters, they were all blown out, and it is utterly quiet. There is not a single noise to be heard at this point.
Do we get the sense that it's abandoned almost, or there is signs of life or move, like
It looks
normal day-to-day movement?
It looks dead. I'm going to just put it that way.
We're close enough now to where we can see all of that. You'd say?
Yeah, basically you're coming closer to the edge of it, and as you get closer and closer to it, you definitely see more of the shape of the city. And for a couple of you, you would begin to notice familiarity about the place, as if it was somewhere you've been before. Actually, Zakara would probably be the first one. If you want to roll a check to figure out exactly where it might be, you're more than welcome.
Or what kind of check would you like, John?
You could either do investigation, or if you want to be brave, you could do intelligence or some
Well,
derivative.
investigation is intelligence based.
So it won't matter. Or perception. You could use that, but I think it's the same.
No, perception's wisdom based. I'll do that.
Okay.
17.
Okay. All right. As you close in and as you get walking towards, the one thing you notice is that the dirt has become sand under your feet, and the city you're walking towards, you notice at the center of it looks to be a blasted out remains of what was the Central Temple in Calixar. And should any of you investigate the sand, you'll notice that it is black even when you put the lights on it. It is black.
It was the central temple in Calixar.
Yep, the place where you started from.
Yep. Hmm.
See you standing there. Does this look familiar?
Did this temple represent a specific deity, John, or was it like an all-encompassing type temple? Or
It was the temple of life that you guys were at to begin with. So the temple where you guys all met.
right, where Islud was
Yep, resurrected, brought back, whatever you
Yeah,
want to call it.
I will point that out to the group. I'll say this looks just like the temple where we began our travels together, where you were brought back.
But it's an opposite, or it's very different at minimum. There it was all colorful and bright, and here we are someplace dark and dreary. Are we sure it's the same?
Is every what the same? Sorry.
Are we sure it's the
Oh,
same?
it's a sure. Are you sure? Right. Gotcha. Sorry.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure how it could be, but I mean, it appears to be the same to me.
I would join him wherever he stood, and I would extend the lights out to start to just like look over structure, like maybe differences of like design and pillars or something, but just sending the lights around to illuminate more of the area.
As you kind of send the light around, you again, it kind of get that feeling like everything is decayed, and I will say that now everybody who uses magic, you can feel from the depth of the ground all the way out towards these buildings and farther even from that, a sense of a massive amount of concentrated magic had somehow blown up, exploded. It's hard to say, and it looks almost like it's a reaction to that.
So perhaps it's not an opposite temple. Perhaps it was another temple desecrated. Does anybody else like feel that? It just feels necrotic.
Not just my fingers are tingling now.
It's interesting. He will move or like just try to move around or find where it. I guess what it is he will look for the center where we started our journey in the temple to look for similarities that he remembers, like this the stone slab and where there would be statues.
What you'll see is you'll see some statues remain. Some are blackened. Others are crumbled. Some look like they've been completely and utterly destroyed. But it's a pretty far distance, so anything beyond that you're not going to really know unless you head into the city.
He'll turn back to everyone after his moment of looking around. I don't know if this is where we intended to go, and I don't know if it's the right place to be.
I'll say, I'm gonna whisper to Sakara, do you feel that?
No, I don't feel anything.
Something doesn't feel right.
Do you wish to leave?
I don't know, but I think we should be really cautious. It's not a good feeling.
Now that I see Caden, it has returned. Caden, what do you make of all of this?
Oh, it's real interesting.
It's an underground city, and it looks like the temple that we started in Calixar, but it's all like dark and gray, and looks like it's been blown up.
Oh, it's a whole city?
Turns to Dungeon Master for clarity.
So yeah, it's a whole city. Also, because this wouldn't be like, something where I believe a roll is needed, you'd also notice there's a moon in the sky, and that there's a sky.
Okay. Then he would look around and say, this place doesn't make any sense.
I should say there's
Make
three
sure-
moons in the sky.
Make sure you mark this on your map.
I'm just gonna roll my eyes at that.
So
Well, the question here is if we are going to advance and investigate these ruins, or if we're merely going to turn back.
If we're going to advance, we need to be careful. There's something not right.
So for reference for the audience, this is... Oh, this is that Calixar? Yeah, I think that's Calixar. Under normal circumstances.
It feels like this isn't where we were intended to be. Perhaps we're in the wrong place or found something we shouldn't. But I'm not a quitter. And I haven't got anywhere else better to be right now, so... Shall we go on?
Hearing no objections from anyone else, Zakara will
Don't
just
ask kid and then...
So that's the
Zakara will
area
just slowly
where the
start
temple is
marching
smashed,
down.
by the way. Is in this quarter right here. Just
Okay.
FYI. You guys are kind of around that area. Or that area. Sure, we can say that area.
I clicked by mistake, so please don't take...
Oh, okay.
But I just...
All right. So I was going to say this area. So we'll say this area. All right. Cool. Doesn't really matter which one it is at this stage.
Well, Zakara's going to slowly just start marching towards the city.
Okay.
While we're moving, I want to focus a bit and see if I can see where the strongest pull of the magic is coming from.
You roll me an Arcana check.
Okay.
Natural 20 kind of works for a 27. All right. So you get the feeling that the magical pull is moving from area to area, both within the city and without of the city, but currently is residing in the area of the temple.
Okay. After figuring that out or understanding it, I will then speak up and tell the group that Ophelia is right. There's something wrong here. That really strong magical energy is moving right now. It seems to be around what would maybe be the temple area, but it's like everywhere but nowhere at the same time. Very interesting.
I knew something felt wrong.
After what Ophelia said, I'm going to take out my map of the city that I made before we left and like compare it as we're walking to see if it's the same.
You will notice that it is relatively similar. Like the walls are in the same basic location, but it looked like possibly at one point there was the beginnings of growth outside of the city. But whatever it was, it's just basically foundations at this point. There's nothing left of whatever was there.
Mhm.
All the fields and orchards are blasted away. There is nothing. You don't see a sign of a blade of grass. Zero. It's just
Is it all
literally.
just that black sand?
Yep.
How long
It
does
looks
it take us to get to the city from where we entered coming
Uh,
down the staircase?
Probably about 30, 40 minutes walking.
so Caden will point out the foundations and stuff outside the walls and say, none of this was here in the original city, meaning at some point there might have been some kind of expansion, meaning that this is possibly some sort of strange vision of the future. If it is, I'd like to figure out what happened.
I mean, we're here. But where would we find that answer?
According to what you said, the temple is a good starting place.
I would, yes, I'd agree, but it also keeps moving. It's weird. It's like not, it didn't originate from a single point, if that makes sense. It's just kind of awkward.
Awkward's a good term for it.
So from getting into the city to the temple by foot, how long of a walk will that be?
I'm going to say basically it's going to take you the better part of 2 hours to walk that distance.
Yes.
Why? Why are we excited? I'm
Because I
guessing.
get my action surge back.
I see. That's why all the questions. I was wondering why you're so curious. Okay, cool.
I like hitting things, John. I
No,
want to
fair.
hit more stuff.
Fair. Fair. Oh, I will say, as you get closer, one of the things you will notice is it looks like the shoreline is farther out than you remember it.
Would be like detecting good or evil be useful in a situation like this?
I mean,
Couldn't hurt.
yeah.
Do I just click it?
Yep. Okay. Right. So, okay, so in the immediate vicinity as you enter the city, you don't detect anything particularly desecrated or particularly good, like celestial or fey or fiend, but at the same time, you do get the sense that there is more to this than meets the eye, obviously, but also that the whole feel of the place is just off, just completely off, in ways that don't make any sense to any of you. None of you have any clue what this has happened.
I don't know what, but something is definitely not right here. And I don't think we're necessarily safe. I'm glad that doesn't concern anyone.
Well, perhaps we should check out the temple. Find out what this pull feeling is that Islud is feeling and the rest of you are feeling. And if we don't draw any conclusions, we can go back up, travel to the city that we were intending to travel to conclude Caden's business and inform others of this area, or even inquire about if others know about this area.
Yep. Just watch your six.
I want
Okay.
to know what those two guys were doing here.
Agreed.
Too many questions. Maybe we should go straight to the temple and see if we can answer them.
Okay.
Yep.
So 2 hours later, as you're talking and walking, I'm assuming, you guys come to the moated area, which kind of surrounds kind of the posh part of town, the religious center, the knowledge center, the wizard towers, and all of the greater uppity mucks in the town or in the city are surrounded by a diamond-shaped moat, which then goes to the river source that leads down into the central part of town. The entirety of it is now obsidian glass. There is no water to be found. And it looks almost like the obsidian flowed like it was water, and there are very sharp edges all around. The bridges are, if they're stone, they're barely there. If they were wood, they're gone completely. So there's 2 bridges that were made of stone predominantly. There is nothing on them. They are just straight slabs going over top of this obsidian. As I assume you guys are going to cross them.
Yeah.
Okay, so you go across. They don't fall apart, but they do not feel very stable. But they seem...
Does it look like everything was burned?
Blasted would be a better word. Like a nuclear
Blasted.
bomb went off might be a better description.
But magic, but not nuclear, right? It's like a
Yeah,
magic
yeah,
bomb.
a magic nuclear bomb. Yes, basically.
So Theramore worthy.
Oh, okay.
Good things did not happen here.
So
Well, I'm gonna pick up my pace and I'm gonna head directly for the temple,
okay.
the central temple there.
As you come to the temple and you see the square where the great temple once sat, you'll see bits and pieces of the roof are gone. The interior has completely been blown away, and this was a massive structure spreading over about an acre of land, and there is not one bit of the inside of it left. You can see from one wall, like one pillar to the next kind of thing. And the entirety of the protective outer wall is gone. The structures just look devastated, but they look devastated not from the center of the temple, but from the edge of the temple, aiming towards where the bay was, where the name of that other city. 1 second. Jilang? I don't think that's it. Let me just get the right name so I'm not spouting from nothing. 2 seconds. Lijiang. Yeah. So that area of Lijiang that you normally would see from the top of this is no longer there.
Sorry, I just sneezed.
No problem.
Not feeling any of the magic stuff because Zakara has 0 aptitude for magic. He is just going to look kind of saddened, and he's just going to place his hand on the stonework of the temple that is left standing and just kind of slowly walk around, just letting his fingers drag along the sooted temple.
Okay. As you do, everybody roll me a perception check, if you would, please.
I am quite perceptive.
You are. As is Akiko.
Sakara could not be dumber.
Nah, well, he's too busy saddened.
I'm busy being sad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm distracted by the pull of magic. It's
Yeah.
like an overload being here.
We lost Rob again.
Just letting the dog in.
Right. Fair enough. Okay. So as you are looking around, we'll I mean, Ophelia rolled a 22, so I think we can cover what needs to be covered. Ophelia,
I'll share it with them all.
yeah, you hear, as does Akiko, a little tiny girl laugh, and
Did
not
you
like
hear that?
not in like a ha ha ha, but more in a little snickering giggle.
Did anybody else hear that?
What?
Spinning around trying to figure out where it's coming from.
Akika, you had that too?
Yeah, where was that?
I don't know. How did the rest of you not hear that?
You not feel how much magic is coming from this point right here? It's overloading my senses.
A girl just laughed. I heard a girl laughing. Like a snicker, you said, right?
Yep.
Snickering laugh.
Yep.
How did none of you hear that other than myself and Akiko? Zakara, hello. Focus.
He'll kind of snap out of his stupor and turn to look at Ophelia.
Kate,
Creepy
I'm
girl
sorry.
just laughed.
Caden, roll me an investigation check or a perception check. Sorry. Okay, 15. All right. Caden, as you hear them kind of freaking out about this little girl laugh, you see kind of a short little wisp of a cloud. I don't know if you'd describe it as such, more like a misty object, kind of rotating around the temple grounds, almost spinning. You would kind of get the feeling like it's someone very small, like maybe 2 foot tall kind of idea.
Like, is it visible enough to point out to everyone else?
Yeah. I mean, enough that
Alright.
you what I described.
So I'll kind of like wave towards it and say, "Is that your creepy little girl?"
Zakara will look.
I would as well.
You
What is
definitely now hear the laughter. Well, laughter, I think that's stretching it. The little giggle coming from that neck of the woods.
Is it within 90 feet
Oh, yeah.
from our standing location?
Mhm.
Or it's 120, so either way, I would throw a dancing light over towards where it comes from.
Okay. You get the impression of an after image, I would describe it as, of a small toddler kind of running around.
Baby in a temple.
Mm-hmm.
A baby
cute.
in a decimated temple?
Well, I mean, we could also say it's a not living baby in a decimated temple.
Can not living babies communicate with you?
Oh,
I will step forward and I will speak to it.
What
I
do
just
you
nudge you.
say?
Excuse me, small spirit child. Do you know what happened to this temple?
The cloud stops moving, rotates. I can't really say turn around because you don't really get like a facial expression, but the body-ish turns, and you get the impression of talking. Do any of you speak Celestial?
Yes.
Nope.
Uh,
Sakara's gonna have that moment where he throws his hands up because people are gonna start talking in a language he doesn't understand again.
Very nice.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, cool. Cool. Um, you will hear the voice say in a very echoey kind of response, "Hail, mighty ones. Welcome to the remnants."
The remnants of what?
The remnants of the old world.
Come closer.
The cloud figure does, now becoming slightly more distinctive as a humanoid form, but no more than that.
What happened to you?
What happened to you?
What do you mean?
You look like spirits.
Looking at my hands. You sure that's not because your eyeballs are dead?
She laughs and says, "Are you sure you're not dead?"
No.
Hmm.
You sure you are?
Oh, I'm not dead.
Then what are you?
I'm all of you. Or I
All
will
of
be.
us?
All of you.
Care to elaborate?
I know or will know all of you.
Well, why? Why will you know us all?
The cloud figure waves kind of broadly around you.
Around me or around all of us?
Around all of you. Basically pointing
Wait.
at the remains of the city.
Okay, I see a lot of destruction. What does that have to do with us?
The power of the apocalypse poured into me.
But again, what does that have to do with us?
I am your memory.
You're our memory?
Mm.
I've never met you before.
Not yet.
Do you mean of just us here, or do you mean everyone's memory?
Everyone. Everywhere. Every when.
You call this the remnant of the old world, but this isn't what our world is like currently. How did we get here?
You stepped past a portal. This is a shadow, if I'm to believe that you are not ghosts.
A shadow of what has been or a shadow of what's to come?
Good question.
Answer it.
I don't know. Depends on your perspective. For me, it's what was. For you, it could be what's to come.
So you said everyone. Do you mean just of this city, or everyone everywhere? Is there no one left anywhere?
Oh, everyone's left who is not close to here, she says a bit awkwardly. She kind of points again a bit vaguely off towards the what would have been a coastline on the other side of the bay. I mean, there used to be people there too.
What do you mean used? How recently used?
I don't know. You're asking very
How long have
specific
you
questions.
been here?
I just got here, as far as I know.
Like at the same time as us?
Maybe a little bit before you all. Back when this happened.
How long ago did this happen?
I mean, maybe 6 months ago?
What is your name?
Ah, I picked out my name.
What did you pick?
I like Amber.
Strange.
It's a good
It's
name.
not very cloud-like.
I mean, again, what's your name?
Ophelia.
And who picked that for you?
What does that have to do with anything?
Well, I picked my own name. I like my name.
Complicated question, John. I have a awkward backstory regarding my name.
Mm. That's fair. You don't have to answer any of it. She's asking in more of a terminology of how does anyone get their names? Who decides?
Clarification: this is all in Celestial.
Yep.
Sakara's
Yeah,
just in the
everybody else
back
is just
pacing
gonna be real
back and forth.
confused.
Sorry, what was that?
Everyone's gonna be real confused.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to ask, do you know how this happened? And he gestures around at the city.
Magic users. And greed. Power. All of it.
Do people fight?
Yeah, there was a war.
And both sides died?
Both sides lost. Yeah, that's usually what happens when you do things you shouldn't.
There has to have been someone left standing, surely.
Yeah, me.
Which side were you on?
Neither. I was a baby.
Which side were your parents on?
Don't know.
Why are you still here?
Good question. Because the magic decided that it wanted me
For what?
to remember
Remember what?
everything.
Why?
I don't know.
We
Shouldn't
ask
you
it
ask?
if it speaks common.
It turns to you and says, "Oh, great Minotaur, my apologies." In common.
Oh,
Well, that would have made things a lot easier all this time, wouldn't it?
Oh, that's it speaks.
I'm
now I
sorry.
just won't feel so lost in this conversation.
You're watching basically people speaking another language over your head.
I will take a moment to explain the gist of what's happened so far to everybody else.
Okay.
Blah, 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 blah. There, done.
Blah, 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 blah.
But what about what happened at the murmur blah 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 blah?
That's not my blah, 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 blah.
I will actually approach the misty-ish spirit thing.
Mhm.
It's Amber. It's called Amber.
Amber. So you're a
Dead
lore
child.
keeper of sorts?
Yeah, I guess you could put it that way. Eventually, not quite there yet. It's still early. My daughters will definitely know more than me, though.
Your daughters?
Mm-hmm.
You just said you were a child.
I am.
How do you have children?
I don't. Not yet.
Well, you're not going to get the
So-
chance to. You're dead.
Do you have the memories of everyone that died? Sort of like a memorial.
Indeed.
Might call yourself sort of a memorialist.
I won't.
Can you share those memories?
Not fully. I can explain, but it's not as easy as just drawing them out for you. But some
What
people won't want to hear
you-
them. What's that?
Share with us what you think we should know.
You need to find me.
Your body?
No, me. This me.
We're talking to you now.
No, you're talking to, or I'm talking to, a perception of you. You're not in this place. You're in another place.
You're telling us we need to find the place you're in now?
Or will be. Soon. It feels soon. From your perspective.
I need to lie down.
Is all of this inevitable, or can it be changed?
I don't know. You're talking about powers that are determined to do the things that they're determined to do. It might not be, but it might be. You know how it is. Anytime people think they know better than others.
You said magic is what caused this. Is that what I'm feeling all around?
Yes. It's the echo of the greatest magical weapon that's ever been used on this planet.
And do you know what that is?
No, it's too... I mean, I'm sort of an after effect, if I was to put it bluntly. So, no, not fully. All I can say is that they were trying to channel something into an area where they shouldn't have to try and defeat the other side, and they both paid for it.
Interesting. I want to I'm going to go into a moment of thought.
Okay. The afterimage studies you in particular curiously.
I'm going to cast detect magic.
Okay.
I want to know what kind of magic it was used around here.
Okay. It's a kaleidoscope of every possible magical option that you can think of that hits you with a wave you've never experienced before. You get the impression that multiple wizards, multiple sorcerers, multiple warlocks were pouring all of their power into something, and it went badly. But that's about as close as you're going to get.
I would say after I cast that, like my eyes glazed over, and that's kind of like where I saw that. Wow, no wonder it hurts around here. He like put his fingers on the bridge of his nose, like he's pushing back a headache.
Yeah.
You were right when you said it the first time, Ophelia. Something terrible happened here.
Is this feeling of power that we're feeling coming from you? A creepy thing.
I
You'll, like,
mean,
look as you say it to it.
partially, but not all of it. The rest
Where's
of
the
this,
rest?
she points to everything and says, for the entire northern continent is covered in this. It will subside eventually.
Looking at like the damage, like the blast patterns, basically like which way everything is leaning and where the most like damaged sides of stuff are.
Mm-hmm.
Can we tell if the explosion originated from inside the city or somewhere outside?
It looks like it came from an area to the north and to the east. So if you were to think of it from the map of where Kalixar kind of, there's a horseshoe that goes up and over, and then it leads back down to Lijiang. effectively, you feel like it's right at the edge of where the horseshoe kind of comes to the middle.
Okay. I will take out like the maps I've made of that area and kind of indicate to the rest of them where I think the blast probably originated from.
So we should go there. Then maybe.
I mean, we could, but that's back in the direction we're not heading.
Now, Amber, you said we were supposed to meet you somewhere, like the real you.
Mm-hmm.
You
Eventually.
wouldn't happen to know where.
Here, eventually.
Here is in Calixar, or here is in where
This
we
area.
are currently.
This area.
Hmm.
There you go. For anyone wondering, I put the map up. So
Basically, like here near Etra or in Etra.
Yep. Right around Etra. You guys currently are half a continent away from here, as far as you know.
Yeah, we're like over here somewhere, right?
Like way in the heck and gone away from there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, think of, this is like the East Coast of the United States / Canada, and you guys are somewhere in like Montana / Colorado kind of area. Well, I guess more like New Mexico-ish area right now.
Mm.
So there's no way you could be here as far as you know. So what do you want to do?
Zakara's gonna just look at everybody else because everybody else seems a bit more knowledgeable than him in regards to this magic stuff.
While I find it concerning that there is every type of school of magic involved here, it just feels very out of the way. We go to a location that we are not even heading towards, because where is our group heading?
You were heading to a place called Tepe Calise, which is in the mountains in the southwest part of the continent.
Yeah, well, that's kind of a side thing that Caden wanted to do. Where are we
Yeah.
heading with Islu?
Oh, you were heading
Like,
to
over-
Veilguard eventually. That was the
Mhm.
original target, and then possibly on to LVR, the Elven community on the far western part of the continent.
So things we can't see with this little clip you have up. Okay.
Yeah, if you want, I can bring up the actual full map so you guys can see.
No, it's just basically enforcing the fact that it's very out of the way to go to where Caden had basically suggested that we would go to, or that whole segment area. Okay.
Oh, Etra, you mean? Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Even if we went there, would we know what to look for?
Zakara just shakes his head no.
As you... sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Kiko's gonna turn to Amber and ask her if she knows anything about the 3 people we faced before entering this area, or if she's seen anyone else around here.
The old man told me that there were followers that may be coming that I should avoid. I guess that's them?
The old man.
Mm-hmm. He's
What?
kind of been around lately.
Where is he now?
Last I saw, he's back, I guess, where you guys were coming from. He said he had some concerns on the surface world. I don't understand what he was talking about. He's kind of like you. He's all smoky. But said he was going to go check them out, make sure the right things happened in the right order. I don't know. It doesn't make any sense to me anyway. You'd think I'd know, but I don't have a clue.
Do you
Never
remember what this man looks like? Because you said he was shady.
Not shady, just old and beardy and kind of like he was wearing clothes that somebody found from like 300 years ago and put on. Has a really cool cane that he drags around.
Is he human?
I mean, he looks human. Shrug is all you're getting out of that.
Then perhaps that might be our link. Somebody who makes sure all the proper things happen sounds a little bit of a control, which means knowledge is behind the control.
I mean, you're not wrong. Quite often, one would argue that knowledge is power.
Did this old man ever give you his name?
He said his name was Duanav, sorry.
You wouldn't have.
Duanav. DuwYnav.
Thank you, Amber.
You're welcome. So, unless you guys have other questions, I'm going to go wander around because, well, I mean, it's fun to talk to wisps, but after a while, you got to find your own things to do. Plus, I need to grow up sometime.
Is there
sorry about
anything-
what happened to you? Oh, sorry, Webby.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
I was just apologize. I said I'm sorry about what happened to you.
No, you didn't do it. None of you did.
So sad.
Sure, it's sad, but it's also hopeful. I don't know how else to describe it. Dunve talks about a reaction to bad and compared this to a reaction. Like as if the world said, okay, we've gone far enough down that path, now we need to go down a different path.
I guess.
Is there anything that we can do for you before we take our leave?
Find me?
It's going to be quite a trip.
Not right now, but soon.
We can try. We can promise to at least try.
It nods at that and says, that's all anybody can do is their best. if you do your best, if things don't work out, they don't work out. Gods and men alike.
Everybody's self-help little girl spirit from a shadow realm, helping everybody with their mental health.
She, with that, unless anybody else has anything else to say, kind of bamps off. And as I said earlier, as she wanders away from you, you get the feeling of a powerful amount of magic just escaping the room. If you'd like to subscribe to our channel, please do so here. If you'd like to see what we've done in the past, please check it out up here. And if you'd like to check out all of our content, you can do so at distractionsmedia.com.